Well, welcome to sunny New Jersey. Haven't seen the sun in a while. Now it's blinding. As you can see, it's coming in the windows. They tried to fix them as best they could. It was glaring. The whole thing was like glaring. I thought, oh, this is great. Because we had nothing but nasty, rainy, snowy weather for the last week or so. Kind of forgot what the sun looked like. And today it's out. And it's glaring right in the window. I'm in the wrong spot, but I didn't know that when I set everything up. So kind of hard to move it now. It's all set. Well, I'm stuck here, and then the summer's going to be worse because it'll be that way till 9 o'clock when it goes down. Sun goes all the way down. I'm on that side of the building. Of course I am. My fan is louder than normal. I don't know why. It's on the lowest setting, but it sounds really loud. Maybe it's just because I'm so tired. We're definitely not going to have a long stream tonight. I was up all night long, so 6 o'clock this morning or later, and then got up at 11 because I had to start my day. And so I won't be doing that tonight. At least I'm not planning on doing it tonight. I mean, I could feel different in a little while, but right this moment, I am so tired. This is funny. I started that video, the plan with me, and that has to be out by tomorrow because it's the beginning of the week. So it's edited. I mean, it's in the editing software, thankfully. Overnight, the little bit of time I got to sleep, it did transfer over into the editing software where it's sitting there waiting for me to work on it. So that's one of the projects I have tonight. And then I was busy working on my long prompt that I've been working on. I completely forgot that I had 3 words I was supposed to work into the story. I'm just going along writing my story. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. There's 3 words I'm supposed to be using. So now I got to go back and have to try and figure out. Good thing I didn't post it yet. Figure out where in the world I'm going to put these 3 words. Or I skip it completely and just ignore it too. I mean, nothing says I have to do. No law. It's not a law. So, yeah, tonight's going to have to be an early night. Not one of my crazy. So I was on for at least 8.5 hours, I think, last night. And then I did the video that took forever to. The video was less than 30, just under 30 minutes, but then for some reason didn't want to upload to OneDrive so I could transfer it over to the computer. I wanted to get that going so it was ready today to work on. So I stayed up and yeah, I'm just a tad bit tired, you could say. So I stayed. So put that on mute there, so that's not making noise. Otherwise, it's so far behind. I guess it didn't catch up. I didn't hear anything. I thought it was on mute. And then when I went to look at it to see how many people were here, because I can't trust the numbers on StreamYard, it was talking. And I thought, wait a minute. I'll put that on mute. So I went back and put that on mute. Yeah, so I was just going along, writing my story last night, completely forgetting I was supposed to be using words in it. I don't know if it would have changed the way I wrote the story or not. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get those words to fit in to the story. My neighbor just made me a shrimp and Alaskan crab leg dinner. Wow. Talk about being spoiled. The shrimp is far, is great enough. But then he had an Alaskan king crab leg to it. It's great. He can cook. I can't cook. He can cook. He's annoying, but he can cook. I mean, I have to put up for a lot of aggravation just to get that shrimp. Once or so a month, he cooks shrimp dinner. Usually shrimp. Sometimes it's something else, but most of the time it's shrimp. I just wanted to sleep. I'm like, oh. But I already told him, yeah, sure, go ahead, bring it over here at 4 o'clock. I had a hard time going to sleep this morning, staying asleep. Had to get up for the occupational therapist, and I came on here, well, because he gives me an hour time frame that he'll be here. So I have to be ready. So I came on here and sat down on the chair and fell asleep till he arrived. So he was only 10 minutes past the time, so actually it came pretty close to, which is not normal for him. I expected that a little bit more time. But I didn't. But I do know that I'm falling behind. I know it's not the fact that I'm not getting enough sleep time. Sometimes it is. But it's the fact that I'm just, according to my doctor, I have too many medications that sedate me. And so I'm going to be drowsy all the time. And I can't stop taking the medications. So I'm kind of in a pickle here. I'm just so tired and not much I can do about it. So this this pencil, the eraser on some of these pencils doesn't work. Now one thing I hate is when I use a pencil and I go to erase it and all I get is black streaks and stuff, smeary stuff. It really annoys me that way. I want the eraser to be an eraser and erase off what I've written without showing, lines that I did that. So I'm forever taking notes, same notes over and over again because I keep losing them. Sometimes there's so many issues. I need to download I finally found the paperwork with the key so I can download my editing software that I paid for a lot of money for. Finally found that. So now I can go ahead and try finding the installer for that. Hopefully it still has, it was just last year. It was only last year, so it should still be available. They got a new version out, but they should still have the old one. I have to download that, get that loaded in, and then I still have to learn Scrivener. Today's Saturday. And a few blog posts to do. I'll check out now. Put me on what I'm doing. Depends on what it is. There's a couple of them that I look at. If I don't, if it doesn't do anything for me, then I'll skip it. I have way too many right now. Sometimes I wonder if I'm talking to myself or somebody's there. I mean, it says there's two people here. I don't know if there's two people here or not. It says there's two people here. I feel sometimes funny talking, but I can't just sit here in absolute silence either. That's a little strange because people sometimes click on these and watch them after the time. Like they don't like to do them when they're live. They like to just, use the sprints when, as I want to use them. I've done that a few times too. Turned on one that's already done and just going through for the sprints, the time sprints. I watched a couple of videos. I don't have much time to watch too many of them anymore. I was watching the Tylees with them going to live in their van, and it was just too cold. They couldn't do it this week because it was just too cold. And now the van's going in to get the rest of the stuff put in that they're going to need to live in. And then they'll be traveling around. They can follow the weather. And they can go, wherever they want to. It'll be set up. So when the cold weather, they can go down south where it's warmer. I don't know. My son wanted a life like that too. He wanted to be able to just go wherever he wanted to go, whenever he wanted to do it. And then he packed his stuff up and he said if it didn't fit in this vehicle, he wasn't taking it. And he moved down to North Carolina. Now he's kind of living the same kind of life as he lived up here. So really didn't change his life much, but he's got the option if he wants to. He doesn't have any family except me and his sisters and his father holding him. And, it's basically footloose and fancy free, as they say. Well, sitting here watching the numbers go up and down, up and down, up and down. I'm probably not going to sit here forever tonight. Sometimes I will sit here and wait till people start showing up. But as tired as I am, I may not wait that long. I think I'm going to. No, I just jumped the 4 people. Did somebody actually come? And we'll see. Give it a minute and see if anybody shows up. Some StreamYards that aren't slow. Let's see what happens if I go over here. Just says 4 watching. Doesn't say who. Nobody's in the comments. I'm getting ready to start a sprint. So there are things I gotta do. But as soon as I turn off this page, people come. That's usually what happens. At least in my life, that's what usually happens. Crazy. Crap clogged my teeth. Oh, excuse me. Oh, another number went down again. Well, I've been here 15 minutes now and watched the numbers going up and down, but nobody says anything. So, oh no. How long should I wait before giving up? So start a timer for now. See if anybody shows up while I'm sprinting, and then go from that number dropped. This is not here. Okay. And I will set the timer. 30 minutes. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. All right. I'm not to do. Anybody's here, I'll be back. Hi, Laura. Nice to see you. Due Monday. Yikes. That's close. I'm trying to put a video together. I didn't shoot it very straight, and I can't redo it because it's one of those planned with me, so I've already done it. And so I can't straighten it out. I'm going to have to try paying more attention when I'm doing it. I mean, it looked lined up when I was doing it. When I was shooting it. It was hard. You're kind of looking up at the camera to see everything's all right. And it looked okay, but it was actually cockeyed. But now it just disappeared as I was trying to save it. So I have to go back and try and save it again. I had nothing but trouble with this since it started yesterday. It just keeps getting worse. How long is the word? How many words do you have to do? $3K minimum, and you're at 1891. Oh boy. Today's Saturday. So you got some little time tomorrow. Not much. Really cutting it close, girl. Wish you luck. Sometimes, though, I work better under pressure. I actually work better under pressure. So, if you're like me, you can do better being under pressure. I don't know if you're like me. Still got over 1,000 words to go, minimum. Oh, good. I was stuck, but it's working now. Well, that's. I hate when you get stuck. You can't figure out where to go. Oh, you've got 7 minutes left on this sprint. I gotta try and see if I can get that movie start saving. So it takes so long to get it before I can even get it into YouTube. And it's, should be done by tomorrow. I should start sooner. Kind of, plan with me when you start with Sunday. You should have it done by Sunday. Not wait till Sunday. Gotta see if I can get this saved though. What happened to it? All right, here we go. Alright. It looks like it's exporting now. Hard to say for sure. What makes me worried is when, I don't know why, there's something to do with the rendering or something. You can't really hear it right. It's not clear. It keeps repeating itself over and over again. And I'm always worried that that's what I'm going to actually get when the video's done. And so far, it turns out okay once it gets into YouTube. But if I try listening to it and work on it, all I hear is this thing repeating itself over and over again. And it doesn't line up right. I know it's cheap, really cheap software, and that may be part of the problem. I don't know. I don't know for sure. But it does it every time, and it's like, oh, what if this is what it actually sounds like after I get it all the way into YouTube? I was saying earlier that I can't be up all night streaming. I was so tired of being up all night last night and then having to get up early today. So I have to go to get more. I have to cut it tonight. Cannot be doing that for, it was over 8.5 hours, and then I was still up doing that video. So it was long, long, long night, morning. It was after 6 when I finally fell asleep. And I get up at 11. At the moment, I think it's hopefully saving to my computer. It's weird having sun now. We haven't had sun in a week or more, and it's sunny that. It was coming in through the windows. Like, my whole thing was like glare. You couldn't see anything. It was just blaring sun. So I tried to do what I could, push those shades so that the actual sun itself wasn't glaring through the opening. Hi, Monique, Mac. I'm sorry, I'm tired. A little punch drunk or whatever they call it. How are you? No long-term streaming tonight. Need to get my sleep. There's Jocelyn. Hi, Jocelyn. I'm ready to go to sleep. I just, uh, well, I'm sleepy. Laura's on a schedule here, and she's trying to get a story done. So she's on a last-minute schedule. Rush to get it done by Monday. She's got a deadline. I'm just super tired. So we're not having a marathon Tonight is not going to be one of my marathon sprints for sure. About the sun, we haven't had any sun in what, a week or more. Now we got sun today. Whoa, blinding me. Monday we were supposed to have another snowstorm, but they've changed the terrain now, so that's a good thing. Timer's about to go off. Alrighty. Didn't let that one go too long. All right. Well, that was the first sprint. Hopefully my file, although it's cockeyed, it's going to have to go up that way. Of course, I put up, YouTube screwed me and put two files up. They're both just practice files. I was going to delete them. Instead, YouTube put them up for me. Nice YouTube. Not telling me, and I'm like getting all these watchers and all these comments. I'm like, what's going on? I didn't put anything else. I didn't put it up, and it had put it up by itself. There was no sense taking it down because I had over 20 some people, I think, or almost 20 some people watching. And I'm like, yeah, nobody was upset that I didn't get anything done with them. They just, YouTube just posts. Oh, gosh. So, Monique says to Laura, I saw you in a sprint earlier. We're both getting some good writing in today. That's good, guys. That's good. Wonder what it's doing. Let me glance at it, see if it's over an hour. An hour and 20 minutes. I can't believe how cockeyed that is. It's just, it's really cockeyed. Can't redo it. It's a plan with me. I've already stuck everything in there and wrote on it and everything. Well, when I looked up, it looked fine, but the thing must have been, it was in line with the camera holder, the camera. What I didn't realize is it wasn't in line with the table, so it's off kilter. Not much I can do about it now. It's done. It's like, oops. Since you guys got a lot of writing, might as well start another sprint. Laura says, I'm definitely trying to do some housework instead for a bit, but I am back to writing. Hard when you have a deadline now. I got a story. I was halfway through and realized I didn't use the words yet for the prompt. I had to go back and figure out how I can add some of these words in. You know, I'm definitely not having a marathon tonight. Oh my gosh. Our son, a friend is coming to stay for a week. Why isn't this not working now? Come on, let's not play games. A friend is coming to stay for a week starting Monday, so this place needs to be functional. She's moving back to the States and her apartment will be empty, so she needs a place to sleep. Oh, wow. While getting the COVID test and stuff. Oh, yeah. All that good stuff. Laura said I had to cancel my Monday night write-in so I can go help her pack her stuff. Oh, okay. I'll try to remember you're not be there Monday night. They usually do try to make your Monday and Wednesday if I can. Well, Wednesday I'm usually a little late because I'm in Charlotte. I'm usually a little late on that one. Oh, oh boy, I'm sorry. I hate to be on and in your face. I am tired. Not doing very well. Definitely not going to be along the street. Monique says you're a good friend to her. Yeah, she is. Let her come stay for a week or so. Yeah, especially in COVID times. Jen's all worried because they closed their little section down because they've got COVID in there, and they sat home for a few days, and she says everybody's like, they didn't give you a 14-day, quarantine time. It's like, no, they just sent us home for a couple of days, and then we're supposed to be back on Monday. So somebody's got it, and you know how that goes. You know how you feel. It's like every little thing that happens. Oh my God, do I have it? Do I have it? You don't worry constantly that you got it. She said in a little room, closed room. I know somebody in there has it, so it's kind of scary. I gather she probably needs a test in order to cross the border. I know I had to get one just to go and get a colonoscopy at the hospital. I had a COVID test and quarantine myself until I had the colonoscopy. Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, I'd have negative tests to be allowed in the hospital. They told me call from the parking lot to find out whether I'm allowed in or not. And they didn't make the driver go and get a test. They, just asked a couple questions. But I had to go through the COVID test and I had to be quarantined all weekend. And I already knew the results because I have a thing on my app on my phone and it's connected to the hospital. So the test was done through the hospital. So I already knew it was negative. So I wasn't worried about that. But I had to call because they told me to make sure I call before I come in. So I said, I'm calling in because I was told to before coming in, but I know it's negative. I've already seen the test results online. Then when she gets back in the States, she'll probably have to quarantine herself for 14 days anyhow. Wherever she gets to, wherever she's going. That's what they were doing. Because when my grandson was going to take me to the hospital, I asked my daughter, I said, has he been back in New Jersey for 14 days? Because as far as I know, if you've come back over the border from another state, you have to quarantine for 14 days. She said, it's been more than 14 days, Mom. Relax. I've had 6 of them already. All negative, but I've had 6 of them. Because every time I went to the hospital, I had to go through another one. And then the one that I was in for so long, I had to have one. It was supposed to be every week. I would have had a lot more, but thankfully they didn't do it every week. They skipped a week here and there. But they kept doing the test over and over again. I'm like, I'm in the hospital. I shouldn't be getting it. I had to have a negative test because that was the rules. It's the same hospital. My father's in the long-term care part of it. I was in the rehab. And, they test them every week. Now, they've been negative the last few weeks for both employees and residents. He's had it once already. But they say you can get it again. So they still test them over and over again every week. Monday, I get my second vaccine. Got the first one, and now it's time for the second one. A little worried because people say it's worse. It makes you really tired. And I'm like, gosh, I'm already really tired. So all I need is to get something that's going to make me even more tired. I'm walking around like a zombie, if I can walk at all. I just had some crab and some shrimp and something's caught in my teeth. Well, if it's a piece of the short piece of the crab, the shell. It's one. Well, why don't we go and start another sprint? I got something I got to write to. So, we'll set up another sprint. 30 minutes, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Great. Now I got that. It's hiccup time. Right. I'll be back in a little bit. See how you guys are doing. Wow, I was beginning to wonder if that timer was even working. Let's see. Laura says I got distracted, finished making my author page on Amazon, got the Shiver book linked and everything. uh, Hi, Greg. Good evening. Coffee is ready. My call is open. I think I'm ready. Cool. Like I was telling them, it won't be a marathon tonight because I'm tired. So we're not doing forever. There is a limit tonight. I'm going to go for a few hours and then that's it. I get some sleep. And I finished that story, got the words in I had to get in. That was a little weird because they were strange words. And something trying to get them in, but I did get them in. At least I think I did. My video is still exporting to my hard drive so I can then import it into YouTube in order to finish setting it up there. So that's got some time on it left still. Monique says I got 503 that time. Over 16K total so far for the day or on your next project. That's a lot for a day. Some of them was stuck. I had to unstick it. I've got some more beta reader stuff coming in. I'm still procrastinating. I know what I'm doing. I'm afraid to dive into it and just start tearing it apart. I'm getting a lot of comments back. A lot of different ones, though. That's the weird thing. Laura says, now I'm updating. Oh, wait a minute. Jumped over. No, for the overall story, about 1,400 for the day. Oh, okay. I mean, I've seen people do 16K in a day, but wow. Okay, cool. Still good. Good amount. Laura says now she's updating her IMDb page with more films I have worked on. Wow. And if someone who's worked on movies. um, I often you could say something like that. She says, need that done so I can update my portfolio on my blog with the info for those films as well. So much for that short story, huh? Talk about procrastination. He says, oh, you've worked on films? Barnells, that's cool. Yeah, she's our resident famous person. Memoir says they are completing 2020 and The Expanse Season 5. Alrighty, so we ready to do another sprint? Get the man when I'm still awake. um, got quiet in here. Should we sprint again, or? Greg says, I won't say I am ready. More like I need a lot of encouragement. Oh no, encouragement. I am so tired. I don't think encouragement is something that I can manage right now. I mean, I don't even want to do my own work, let alone try to encourage someone to do theirs. Just didn't know this was going to catch up to me sooner or later. I may have to cut down on the amount of hours I stream for sure. Because I can't be doing this walking around like a zombie. It would be my own zombie movie. The Walking Dead. Plus, I get Monday to look forward to, and that's the second part of that vaccine test. That vaccine, first one wasn't that bad, but this one's supposed to be worse. I'm not ready. I even started using this continuous glucose monitor yet because I can't put it on as long as I'm going to have an X-ray. I'm going to have an X-ray. I have to have an X-ray of my hip now. So I haven't even started using that yet. It's been sitting here. And I get X-rays every month, so this is going to be a pain. I'm going to waste a lot of these things because I can only can only wear it till I have to have an X-ray, and then they're good for 14 days normally if they don't fall off. I have no idea how well they stick, if they actually stick for 14 days or not. They give me enough for 3 months. But then, every time I lose days because I've had an X-ray and can't use it anymore or it falls off, it's really screwed up. I just had it for 5 hours. Stay good now. uh, well, I'm going to sprint for just a little bit more because I have a few things that I'm trying to do before the end of the day. I've got a video that's working on saving it to my computer so I can upload it to YouTube and work on that. So I got some time. Anyhow, it just won't be as long as normal. Would you believe this has been almost 2 hours? I can't believe it's been almost 2 hours. Certainly long enough for sprinting. But we'll have one or two more at least. Because I'm still waiting for that to finish saving to my computer so I can upload it to YouTube. I'm going to have to start. I know Jen keeps yelling at me and telling me I got to stop doing this. And I keep doing it anyhow. But it's starting to catch up to me. All right, so let's have another sprint and see how I feel after that one and where I am in relation to what I have to get done today. And then I can just go to sleep the rest of the night and sleep till tomorrow. I'm gonna set the timer. 30 minutes. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright guys, there we are. Well, let's see what we can get done in this sprint. This will take us to definitely 2 hours, which is certainly a normal sprint time. I'm abnormal. I don't want to go longer than that. But let's get this one done at least. See what we can do. Maybe one more. I'm trying to get that video up because it's starts for tomorrow, even though it's cockeyed. Can't redo it. It's already done. So I just have to put it up the way it is and try better next time to get it straight. Eventually I'll get the hang of it. Alright, I'll see you in a little bit. Bye. I just realized I didn't unmute myself. Oh my gosh. I do that all the time. Okay, so Lamoni is taking a break, telling me to rest up. So she may be back later, maybe. Laura was distracted by updating her website and her IMDb. She needs to get back to writing because she needs another 1,016 words by tomorrow night. Oh, no, I didn't fall asleep. I couldn't get the timer off. The screen wouldn't come up. I clicked on it and it just didn't do anything. I'm like, great. And let me tell you, that's an annoying sound. Kind of hard to sleep through that. If I had been asleep, it would have woken me up. But I wasn't asleep. I wrote a few blog posts. Wow, I'm waiting for this video to finish. It says it's going to take an hour. I got some time still. Wait for that to get it over to YouTube and get it posted. So, hi Emily. There you are. Snuck in there. 1,136 words. This girl showed up last night and was typing up a frenzy. Every one of her sprints for over 1,000 words. She does a lot of typing, that's for sure. Laura's ordered some food. Greg needs a way to insert a scene without messing with the flow of the story. Well, that could be fun. I did some work on the manuscript, but don't really have any words. Oh boy. Yeah, Emily is one of those that types a lot of words. She's over 1,000 every time. Last night, I know she was. Laura says, will I ever actually write tonight? I don't know, Laura. Every time we have a sprint, you've been off doing something else. But only you can make you write. We can't make you write. So if you want to enter your story, you're going to have to take it in hand and start writing. We can't do it for you. I would if I could, but we can't. So if you really want to write, you're going to have to buckle down and stop playing in the IMDb or whatever the heck that is and write. I mean, look at Emily. And she did this last night too. All high, all over 1,000 in 30 minutes. Girl works. So, I see you guys have met now. Yeah, first I couldn't get to, I got to the thing and I'm pushing on it, the screen won't come up. So I finally got it turned off. And then come back here and I get to take the mute off. So I'm talking and I'm like, dummy, you just said all that stuff. And you were on mute the whole time. So nobody heard me. So I had to say it all over again. The longer I'm awake, the more awake I become. So the more awake I become, the harder it's going to be to fall asleep. Which is the way things normally go, which is why I end up, after, a rocky start, I start picking up because I just can't stop and fall asleep. But I have to get this video done. And until the video's done, I can't go anywhere. Last I looked, it was only 40% done. Time remaining, switching from 50 minutes to an hour and 50 minutes. Wonderful. Either one of them is a very good time. Not even halfway through this video yet. And that's if it's even actually coming over right. Because when I start sending it over, it's a mess. I don't know. It must be the software. I can't actually know for sure if it's an okay video till I get to YouTube and look at it, which is ridiculous. Greg says to Laura, are you saying people can edit their own IMDb page? I thought IMDb itself did the research to make the pages. I'm not exactly sure what an IMDb page is. I've heard the term. Not exactly sure what it is. Was done, and then I noticed a mistake in my blog page. I had to go back in, and of course, the timer went up when I was trying to edit it, so it's not done yet. It is basically an encyclopedic site for movies. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't think you'd be able to edit it either. You're going to say you did anything. I worked on, some famous movie or something. Sometimes you never know. It may be possible. She's doing it, right? Thing that, so I'm doing this long story that I'm going to put into the book. Right now, it's just a story on the blog, and I want to keep writing, and I have to keep stopping because the words, I'm waiting on the words for the prompt. Once I put it over and make it a story, I can do whatever I want. But until then, I'm kind of stuck. And I have 40 some pieces now. I have to open each piece up, copy, and paste into Word. And then if I was going to, do one different from the other one, then I would stop using the prompt on the one piece, and I could write on as much as I want, do what I want, and I could continue the prompt, or I could just figure out some way to end the prompt. I mean, it's kind of at a place where I can't quite leave it yet. Kind of leave people hanging because I wrote it for so long. With no one else, I know a few people are reading it, especially the person who put the prompt up. She has to read because I had to read all these. It's going to take me some time, guys. Some expect an instant response. I think we lost Laura again. She's not answering. She's the one asleep. Maybe she got sucked into the IMDb, one of her horror prompts. She got sucked in for messing around with something she shouldn't be. That's interesting thought. Yeah. Yeah, she mentioned she was trying to write something tonight and she's done everything but right. She's got 1,000 some words that have to be done by tomorrow. Yet she's gone off and doing everything but. So she says, am I ever going to write tonight? It doesn't look like that. How nice. Oh, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to this text message. I just got a text message. It's like, how nice. I didn't mean that. Well, I just realized what you just said. I'm like, oh, that sounds really good. I wasn't talking about that you were in chapter 3 of your sci-fi novel. Wow, there's our little Japanese friend. Hi. Emily says, oh, sci-fi can be super interesting, though I think anyone who tries to write it has to be a genius. And she says hi to Amelia. And Greg says hi to Amelia. Now that looks kind of like a face. Maybe that's not Japanese this time. Usually she's writing something in Japanese. I'm not going to stream this long tonight because I'm really tired. But I'm waiting for something to finish rendering so I can work on it on YouTube. So it's going to be a little bit yet, unfortunately. I would like to go to sleep. Although I'm more awake now than I was. Greg says, I will take that as a compliment, Emily. I would, Greg. Definitely. Now I started her. And starts the Japanese. Oh, sorry about the yawning. 2.5 hours. Oh my gosh, time flies fast. But every now and then I see something that looks familiar in the thing before, and then it changes just a little bit. So I'm not exactly sure exactly what you're saying. Except the first part of it's the same till you get near the end, and it changes. That should mean that it's not Japanese in Japanese. Why would you say that is not Japanese in Japanese? Or is the second part saying that it's not Japanese in Japanese? Beyond me. Definitely beyond me. Japanese language. Because your rest of the otakon face I put earlier was Japanese. Well, until I looked at it and realized it was a face, I thought it was another one of your phrases that you were always putting up there. And I thought, wait a minute, no, it looks like a face. It is a self-contradictory statement. It is a bit like saying everything I say is a lie. Yeah, I can get that. And Amelia says, and I answered in Japanese. So ironic. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we've lost Laura. You won't get an answer to that question. Ooh, it's actually chilly in here tonight. Go figure. I remember to go back and fix. I was in the middle of fixing that. So I remember to go back and fix it. The timer went off. Very inopportune time. Oh, maybe I have to reboot. I don't know why that page would not come up. Which is annoying when you got a timer going off. You can't get to. Well, I guess we can start another sprint. Don't know what happened to Laura. She just suddenly disappeared. Maybe she had thumbs off. Yeah, that's what I just said. We might as well have another sprint. Laura had, Laura. Greg had asked Laura a question, and she hasn't answered, but I'm assuming that means she's probably not here. She was here, but she's not answering, so. Oh, Amelia, I don't know what you're saying. You want another sprint too? Is that what you're saying? I'm going to put the sprint on. I'm going to set the timer. 30 minutes. I'm going to start it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, sprint. Okay. Well, we're sprinting. So there you go. Write. Start writing. Hey Greg, I just went and put up the IMDb for the movie she just talked about. Her name's on there under lighting. She says that's what she does is lighting, and she's listed under there. And it looks like it's one of those things like Wikipedia where you can go in and change things. If you supposedly know something, you can put it in there. So she probably has the pro version, not just the version. I can't. Like I could go in, I could see her name, but when I clicked on it, it won't take me to her bio or anything. It says something about the bio. I guess they mean a pro version of it. Probably have to pay for it, but she's on there. So she definitely did put her name in there. Alrighty. Well, I don't know whether anybody's still here or not. But I finished what I had to do. I checked my videos forever. And then I fell down the Instagram Canva rabbit hole and started seeing about designing a new bio page. I don't know how it works. I just know I designed one. But I did look up IMDb. I went on Laura's webpage, and she has a link to the IMDb and movies that she was in, and her name is listed under there under lighting. She's a lighting artist. It's listed there, so she's definitely got her name up there. And leave for about a third of the sprint, so you only got 690 words. Most people are saying, oh, I could only get 690 words, and it took me the whole time. You're amazing, Emily, but very good. That's okay. Amelia left. We'll be back in a bit. I'm not sure if Greg is still here. He didn't answer me earlier when I mentioned about the IMDb. I'm not sure. Not sure. I'm just starting to screw around with that template for the Instagram bio. There's Greg. Trying to make progress. It's a difficult part. It can definitely be problematic. Struggling through feeling. I don't know exactly what you're feeling, of course. But, when you're trying to make your way through a difficult part, you're struggling. And as I was just saying, Laura is part of the IMDb, and her name is definitely listed under movies. I was looking at them. And I went to her website and read her last story that she posted, and then clicked on the IMDb link there, and it took me to another section of it. And it showed me a list of the movies that I had seen on her website. So she's really working at building that up, trying to get into that line of work. I think what she's doing now, but she keeps being put on different movies, like getting bounced around. She is working currently. At least she was. I've been avoiding the difficult parts, like trying to mess with Instagram bio templates instead of doing the work on my story like I should be doing. Somebody else left. Only 2 names left. That thing would just move it along. I'm at 63%. When I get this uploaded so I can get off of here. Not yet. It's not ready. So you walk on another sprint. I don't think I want to dive into my document tonight. I'm too tired to really think straight. I just end up making more of a mess than anything else. Might as well wait till I'm a little bit fresher. Can think straight. Think about what I have to do, what I want to do, what I want to change, what I don't want to change. I start to finish reading comments. So should I put another sprint on, or are we working or not? According to the program, I have at least a half hour before that thing uploads. Emily says we can do another one. Maybe it'll finally upload and then I just have to finish the last part in YouTube. Alright, I'm gonna set the timer for another one. Timer. 30 minutes. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, that's another 30 minutes. I wasted most of it. First on Instagram, something that I have no idea what you do with it. I created something and then couldn't figure out what to do with it. And then check my web, check my video, and it's still at least another probably 30 minutes or more. It says it's only like 60 to 70% done. So I gotta wait for that to get finished. What did you guys do? If anybody's left. Going on 4 hours. That means that video's been running more than 4 hours. Oh, gee. Well, I try to put it up. What are you doing? Come on. I have a feeling I'm going to have to reboot soon anyhow. Rex says I got carried away doing a bit of research on sentence structures. You tend to write the same type of sentence all the time and need to constantly catch myself. That's one thing Grammarly will pick up and say, do you know that you have written the same exact type of sentence for the last 3 or 4 sentences? You need to change it up. Like it warns, warns me that I'm writing the same type of sentence over and over again. It says, you've got 4 sentences, they're all similar, change it up. So then I have to look at it and see what I can do to make them different. So they're not exactly the same kind of sentences. Sometimes they are. I look at it and I'm like, man, I just wrote a bunch of short, choppy sentences, That and the other thing, one of the people reading my book said is that all my characters have the same voice. So I think I know what they're talking about there, but I'm not quite sure how to make the people different because they're talking the way I talk, obviously. So I'm not quite sure. I mean, I guess it would be like different, ways of talking, like man, someone who uses man in every sentence or every other sentence is man, man this, man that. And then the next person is something different. So I guess I understand that's probably what they're talking about. But whereas they all sound alike because they're all me. That's the way I talk. Well, that's the way I write. I don't really write people differently. So I guess I kind of get what they're trying to say, but I don't know what to do about it. Because I'm not really a different person, it's just me. I mean, I started to do one of the characters and made her a little, what's the word I want? Sarcastic, like, it's like, Oh man, I ain't killed nobody. I don't do things like that. I wouldn't kill anybody. I ain't killed anybody. Why are you asking me these questions? I mean, I guess that's kind of a little bit different from the way I would do. I started doing one of the characters that way, and then I stopped and put it back because I didn't want people to say, "God, this person can't make a decent sentence." But maybe that's what it is that they wanted to see, is something different, because that would be a different type of voice. I don't talk that way, but you know, this person might. So that's one of the issues I do get. I do get a have a problem with myself. How'd you do, Emily? Or did you sneak out the back door too? It's one way to get me to shut up, is just everybody disappear. Well, as soon as I get my video done, I will go to bed. But I need to get the video done. Now tomorrow, hopefully, I will be more awake, because I plan to go to bed by hopefully 10 at the latest and sleep all the way through till late afternoon tomorrow. So hopefully I will catch up on my sleep and feel a little bit more rested. I hope. One can always hope. My aide's coming tomorrow. Actually, my aide's coming tomorrow, and I think she's coming around 2:30. So I won't be sleeping past that time. Yeah, I think we lost Emily now too. Well, I'm caught up on 4 hours. Instead of starting another sprint. I'll let you go ahead and do whatever it is you want to do. Maybe there's somebody else out there sprinting. I don't know. But I need to get this video done as soon as it's finished and go lay down. I don't feel like starting on anything right now. I'm just not in the mood for it. I'm so tired. It takes so much out of me. And here it is, it's already 9 o'clock. Like a wasted day. I waste a lot of time. That's part of the reason why I can't get things done. Because I waste so much time doing stuff I don't need to be doing before doing the stuff I should be doing. Tomorrow's supposed to be sunny too. Maybe some of the snow and ice will be going on Monday. It's supposed to rain all day Monday. I have to get that shot. And from what they say, I'm going to be beat from that. I have to go do the drug test. I have to go find out how to put the stupid thing on. I have to go get an x-ray. Can't put the thing on until I get the x-ray, though, because it can't go through the x-ray. It's crazy. Yeah, I know. I'm babbling on awful hell a lot, which means I'm tired. I'm really tired. So, yeah, I think I'm going to sign off. I appreciate you putting up with whatever today was. I'm not exactly sure what today was. I'm in a really strange place. I'm tired, and it's affecting me. And I'll see you soon. I'm streaming tomorrow. Maybe you'll be around tomorrow. I'm not streaming. I don't stream Mondays and Tuesdays. Mondays and Wednesdays. Wednesdays I'm on Charlie's stream. almost always on Wednesday. I'm on Charlie's stream as a co-host, not a, you know, he's the host. She's the host. They're the hosts. Oh, there's that damn pronoun again. Whatever. All right. I'm going to say good night to you. Thanks for coming, putting up with my tiredness. And I'll see you soon, hopefully. Good night.